want to say welcome and thank you for moving with me. The first thing I want to make sure that we're all safe and comfortable, so make sure you honor your body. Now I'm calling today's class like the hello class. It's another way of saying bringing awareness to certain aspects of your being in this moment. So like I said, your breath, your movement, your body, your spatial awareness. Alright, so this is going to be a fundamental Pilates class. I call it fundamental, but if you are a newbie, you're going to be able to grasp all of the movement and all of the concepts, and if you are a seasoned pro, you're going to be able to take it back to basics, dig a little deeper. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So let's all go ahead, stand up on your feet. My head may be cut off the screen for a moment, but we're going to start standing with our feet about hip distance apart. Your toes are going to face forward. You want both hip bones to face forward. Our shoulders and our chest are nice and broad. Hands are hanging by your side. You're going to feel all 10 toes grounded into the floor. There may be a micro bend behind your knee. This will allow that lower back to relax ever so slightly. We're going to engage the abdominals by floating the tailbone up towards the face and feel the lengthening of that lower back. And now we're going to just reach, get a little taller through the crown of your head. Feel like you just grew 2 inches. Now let's take our hands, place our hands onto our ribs. And we're going to practice a few lateral breaths. So what you're going to do is you're going to slowly breathe in, expanding your ribs and your waist into your hands. So outward, and then exhale. You're going to feel them come a little closer together. Let's try that again. Inhale nice and slow. Exhale, draw the ribs, the belly button in close. And one final time, inhale, push into your hand. Nice and wide, and then exhale. Now gently let your hands fall to your side. Palms are going to face your thighs. We're going to connect movement to breath now. So let's breathe in. Feel the length in our spine. On the exhale, I want you to float your chin to your chest. Continue to slowly exhale, lower the shoulders, lower the chest, lower the ribs, lower the waist. Let those fingertips hang heavy. Let there be no tension behind your neck. And if you want, you can deepen the bend behind your knees. This will again allow that lower back to relax, and that's an area where we hold a lot of tension sometimes. While we're down here, let's take a big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to slowly lift the ribs and the belly away from the legs. Lift the belly button, lift the ribs up to the sky, and stack your spine. Your head's going to be the last thing to come up. My head's cut off again. And let's try it one more time. Breathe in. That's like a preparation. On the exhale, we're rolling down. You want to continue to, you want to match the exhalation with the length of time it takes you to get to the bottom of your maximum fold. This time while we're down here, we can shake our head no, 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 or yes, yes, yes. Let those arms feel like cooked spaghetti noodles, nice and wiggly. Take a breath in. Exhale, float the belly button up from the thighs, curl that tailbone under, get that lovely lower back stretch. Your head again is going to be the final thing to come on up, standing nice and tall. All right, we've created some space in our spine. Sit towards the middle of your mat. There you go. All right. You want to relax. You want your feet placed a good distance in front of your hips. You want to try to get those feet flat down on the ground. We're going to support this structure by placing our hands behind our hamstrings. And I want you to see if you can push, press into the back of your legs, lift your chest up so that you are sitting nice and tall. Yeah. Now we're going to take our right hand, reach it forward. Then take your left hand, reach it forward. Take a breath in. You're going to exhale, round your spine. So you're pulling your belly button and your ribs back, but allow that chest to fold forward. Now we're going to inhale, stack up our spine nice and tall, trying to align our biceps with our ears. Open out to the side. And exhale again. We're going to round the spine, pull those fingertips forward, pull the belly button back so there's an oppositional pull. Inhale, we're going to lengthen up in our spine, lift the arms to meet our ears, open out to the side. And again, 2 more times, we're going to try to smooth it out. Exhale, and round. Inhale, we lengthen and open. We're adding movement to our spine and to our shoulder girdle. Still maintaining our connection with our breath. And this is our final one, so you're going to exhale, reach those fingertips together. We're going to stay here for a second. Place those hands up back onto your hamstring, but you're still rounded. Now what we're going to do is we're going to walk our hands down the hamstrings, but we're curling our tailbone under as we go so that we can place the lower back down. We're going to lay down about halfway. You got this. Keep going. Keep going. You can also use your hands down by your side if that helps to support on the forearm. Curl your tailbone under. Your knees are nice and bent. And you're backing down. Go ahead. There you go. Lovely. Now we're going to lay our spine completely on our mat. Sometimes I tend to get off my mat, so if you need to make any adjustments, make it now. We're going to take those hands, lay the palms flat down on the mat. Walk your feet just so that the feet are just a few inches in front of your sits bones. Feel, again, connect and feel the length of the back of the neck, the broadness in the chest and the shoulders. We're also going to think a little bit more about the pelvis right here. I like to rock my knees from side to side, very gently, very small. This brings my awareness and my attention to that pelvic area. Once I feel that I've rooted that area into the mat, you can quiet those knees. Now we're going to put our brain into the soles of our feet, feeling all 10 toes connected. Those feet are really straight and parallel to one another. Now we're going to introduce some movement to the whole back side of the body with our pelvic curl. So let's breathe in as a preparation, nice and slow. On the exhale, you're going to float the tailbone up. Feel the lower back imprint or press into your mat. Then your hips are going to begin to lift up off of the floor. Your lower back, your waist, your ribs all sequentially peel up until you're in a bridge position. Hold this bridge position for a moment with an inhale. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to reverse that journey. So we're going to lower the chest, the ribs, the waist, the hips, the tailbone. As we do this, we want to remember to keep our upper body or that chest broad. Let's do it a few more times. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale. The first motion you want to feel is your lower back imprinting, and that happens when you lift that pubic bone up, lifting towards your face. Now let the pubic bone continue to be the leader, leading the spine up off of the mat until you get to your shoulder girdle. This here, we can really press into the back of our arms to activate the triceps and get a little bit more extension in our hips. Take a breath in. Now I want you to think about keeping the hips high, but lower the chest, Lower the ribs, lower the waist, lower the hips, and then finally that tailbone relaxes down. We're gonna go for 2 more rounds. Breathing in, exhale, articulating up the spine. I like to imagine there's space between each vertebrae as it lifts off the mat. This time, when we get to the top, I want you to inhale, squeeze those inner thighs a little closer together like you have a ball in between your knee. And then you're gonna exhale, roll it down. Really trying to get each portion of your back onto the mat. And our final one, we're gonna make it our best. Here we go, guys. Take a breath in. Exhale, articulating up. It can be a small movement, or your bridge can be high, or your bridge can be low. You just want to go where your body takes you. Again, let's inhale, squeeze those inner thighs, lift the hips a little higher as you press into your arms. Take a breath in, and you're going to slowly roll down through the chest, the ribs, pull the belly button back towards the mat. Then the hips, and finally the tailbone. Oh, that was nice. All right, we're ready for the next one. We're flowing through our warm-up. So we're gonna reach our fingertips up to the sky. Flip your palms to face one another. You're gonna take your arms out to the side so that you are in a T position. Sometimes we like to, our hands will naturally go into a Y or an upside down V. We really want to take them straight out so that they're in that T position. All right, now we're gonna float our left leg to tabletop, and that just means there's a 90-degree angle at the knee and at the hip joint. Then we're gonna take our other leg and bring it to tabletop. Try to get the ankles together. Once the ankles are touching, we're going to imagine that there's super glue on the inseams of our legs, and both legs are going to become stuck together. Now, if you want a little extra support of your lower back, you're going to pull those knees in just a little bit more and feel your waist imprint on the mat. And we're going to go into our spine twist, so we're going to allow our knees fall towards the camera as we breathe in. Then you're going to exhale, bring the knees back to the center. That helps us engage the abs. And again, we're going to inhale. Oh, that feels good. Exhale, come back to the center. One more thing I want us to all keep in mind is that as we take the knee to the side, doesn't have to be a big motion, because we want to keep the opposite shoulder anchored on the mat. Exhale, come back to the center. And inhale, the leg flows away from the camera. Now the shoulder that's towards your camera, it's going to stay on the mat. So that may mean you can't take your legs all the way down to the floor, and that's okay. Exhale, come back to the center. Let's all try it one more time. And inhale, we float the knees to the side. Nice work. Exhale, pull the abs in. Feel those abs engage when you come back to the center. And to the last time, to this side. Oh, that feels lovely. Exhale, come back to the center. All right, I think we deserve a little stretch. Let's place our feet down onto the floor. We are going to take our right leg, cross it over the left knee. Now let's float that left leg up off the floor. We're making a figure 4. We're going to take our hand, thread it through the opening of the knee, and then our other hand meets behind the hamstring. This gives us a good grip. If that doesn't work for you, you can always place your hands on top of your knee, or you can place a hand on the knee that's opening. So we have a few different options, okay? Let's take 2 breaths here. Breathing in and out. One more, breathing in and out. And because it feels so good, one more breath. Breathe in and out. Okay, let's go for a spine twist now. So place that left leg back onto the mat. You're gonna cross knee on top of knee, so my right knee is crossed over my left knee. I'm gonna open my arms out to either a field goal or back into your T, but we're just gonna let our knees just float to the left. And when we're in this stretch, it's important to just really feel a sense of relaxation. We're giving our organs a gentle massage, creating rotation in the spine, which is an important range of motion. Now when you're ready, take a breath in. You can either use your hands to assist, or you can let the knees float back to the center on their own. Uncross that right leg, let it come back to the ground, find its way to earth. And we're gonna repeat on the opposite side. So we're gonna take that left ankle, cross it over the right knee. We're gonna float that right leg up, and we're gonna take the left hand, thread it through the opening that we've created. Now our opposite hand reaches behind the hamstring. You could clasp those fingers or just hold the hamstring, whichever is comfortable for you. Listen to your body, be soft, and continue to breathe. When stretching, I like to say a little goes a long way. And remember your variation. So if this one doesn't work for you, you can place your hands on top of your knee. You can take the left hand, place it on the inside of the left knee, and we can just rest here. That gives you a great stretch as well. Once you've found what works for you, let's take a collective breath in and out. Because it's so nice, we gotta do it twice. Breathe in and out. Now let's float the right foot back down to earth. Take the left knee, cross it on top of the right knee so we have knee-to-knee connection. Find our comfortable place with the arms. This time we're gonna let the knees slowly and gently fall to the right. You don't want to force the legs all the way down to the ground. They will stop. And once they do, you just let them rest where they are. If you're home and you want to put a little pillow underneath your knee for additional support, you can do that. But send all of your breath into that lower back. Now we're going to go ahead, gently, softly, or with support if needed. You're going to bring the knee back to the center. Uncross the knee. Nice. Shake those legs out. Now that we've said hello to that lower part of our body, it's time to say hello to some abdominals. All right. We ready for this? I think so. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the soles of our feet on the ground for a moment. We're gonna let our arms reach overhead. Now, one thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is that some of us may be able to put the back of our palms down, and that may feel okay in our shoulders, but some of you may find that uncomfortable. That's a-okay. What you're gonna do is you could keep a few inches of space between the back of your hands and the floor. Like, this feels comfortable for me, so I'm gonna stay here. But if you can go here and it feels comfortable with your hands on the ground, that's a-okay. Now we're gonna take a breath in. On the exhale, we're gonna let the arms get the head start. Then our head, shoulders, and chest float forward. We're gonna look right in between our knees. Our arms are in line with our hips. And we're thinking about sticking your booty into your mat, but folding your chest forward. Now we're gonna inhale and we're gonna take it back. This is just a gentle forward fold to say hello to those abs in a mild way. Take a breath in. Exhale, arms get the head start, head, shoulders, and chest follow. We're thinking about getting our shoulder blades off of the mat, reaching those fingertips to the front of our mat. And then we're gonna inhale and take it back. The secret sauce to wakening up those abdominals in this exercise, take a breath in, is to exhale when you're all the way at the top, is to really reach those fingertips forward, past your toes, past your feet. That really helps to activate the abdominals. And then inhale, take it back. Do we got 2 more in us? I think we do. Here we go. We're gonna exhale, lift the head, shoulders, and chest, fold it forward. Reach towards the top of your mat and then inhale, take it back. And final one, exhale, arms, head, shoulders, and chest. Inhale, reach it forward a little bit more. Drop your chin towards your chest. And we're gonna stay here for a second. We're gonna take our right hand, place it behind your head. Take your left hand, place it behind your head, but keep that chest lifted. We're going into the challenging portion of these abs, right? Let's try to push ourselves. And all you're gonna do is float the right leg up and then place it down. Float the left leg up and down. We got this. You can do it. Keep the head, shoulders, and chest off the mat. Gently float that leg up. Yes. We got one more time each side. And down. But guess what? There's a little bit more fight left in us. So you're going to bring that right leg up. You're going to rotate your body towards the right leg. And then you're going to switch to the left side. Almost like you're riding a bicycle. And switch. Lightly touch your toe down to the floor. And switch. And switch. Let's do one more set. Stay with me. We got this. And switch. Bring both legs high, lower the head, shoulders, and chest down. Circle those arms around. Give yourself the loving that you deserve. You made it through. Saying hi to the abs. That was lovely, my friends. We're going to keep the body moving and keep the body grooving. So we're going to actually get to roll to our side for a moment. Hi. I get to see you in the face. You guys in the face now. All right. So let's start by making a straight line in the middle of our mat. So that means, and you're going to rest your ear on your bicep, but it is not nap time. All right. I may have to wear a different shirt next time, just so you guys can see. All right. So you're going to place this top hand high. We're going to place that in front of our chest. We're going to roll the hips forward. There we go. Now we're going to take a breath in. We're going to exhale. Get as long as you can in your legs and lift those legs 2 to 3 inches off the mat. And inhale, lower down. If that's a little bit too much for you, you can always bring your legs slightly forward, and that gives you the same feeling. You take a breath in. Exhale, we're going to lift those legs just a few inches up and lower down. Nice work. You guys are getting some good height. And we're going to go ahead and lift the leg up. Pull the belly button in as you do this and lower. And lift. And lower. Last 2. And lift. And lower. Final one. We're going to lift. And lower. We like this. Now just to get a little leg action happening, we're going to lift this top leg up. We're going to lower it down in front. Lift it up and take it back to the back corner of your mat. Lift it up just past hip height. Lower it to the front corner of your mat. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. We're almost there. Lift and lower. Last set and lower. Lift that leg. Lower it down. We're not quite done with our bun action. So what I want you to do is to bend your knees in. Yes, I like it. We're going to tilt those legs up to the sky. Yep. And now we're going to open our legs up, making a clam, and lower down. We're trying to keep our hips forward. We don't want them to tip into our torso. Keep that hip down. Lift those toes, and we got, this is 2 and lower. Yes, I like to Inhale on the open, exhale on the lower, but you can breathe however you feel on this one. We have 3 more to go, and lower if we can. We're gonna try to keep the feet together as we do this, and lower. Don't worry, I'm counting for you guys. And last 2, here we go. Open and close, nice. Get those toes a little higher and lift the leg. And lower, there we go. Thanks, Tushy, for the help. Extend those legs away from your body. Roll to your tummy. Oh, there we go. Once you're here on your tummy, you're gonna place your hands underneath your shoulders. You're gonna push yourself back, and we're gonna come to our tabletop position. All right. We're gonna add some more motion into the spine, so go ahead, you're gonna curl. We're going into cat-cow in yoga, that's what we call it. And then we're gonna inhale. Exhale, you're gonna lift the back of your heart up to the sky. Create lots of space between your shoulders. And then inhale, we lengthen our tailbone to the sky. Our chest floats forward and up at the same time. And let's do that a few more times. Exhale. Yeah, take this moment. Enjoy the journey that your body's going on. The journey of the spine. Going from contraction or flexion to extension. Nice work. What you're gonna do now is just sit on your heels. Keep your hands reaching forward. Allow your spine to relax. You can bring your forehead to the floor if you'd like. All right, we're hanging in there. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Gently bring yourself up to this kneeling position. Oh, I like what I'm seeing out there. I'm liking it. All right, guess what? We're gonna swing those legs around because we have to do some work on the opposite side. So what I did, we came up, we're facing here. Then I face you, I'm sending my legs out into the opposite direction of where they were before so that we can do the exercise, our side lying exercise on the opposite side. I want to repeat, we are doing, even though we're still facing each other, we should be flipped so that we can work out the opposite side of our body. Okay, so wherever you took before, whether you were in a straight line or whether those toes were forward in the banana shape, you want to find it there. Really press into your front hand. You want to feel as if your hips are going to almost roll forward, okay? It's okay if you would prefer. It's better to roll forward or fall forward than it is to fall back, you know? Here we go. We're gonna take a breath in. On the exhale, we're gonna activate the abs and this top oblique by lifting the leg. And then we're gonna lower the legs down. That's one. You guys are looking like rock stars out there. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, we lift. I like to say we lengthen and lift. And then on the inhale, we still lengthen and we lower. So it's all about how tall can you get. Exhale, lengthen and lift. Inhale, lengthen and lower. And final 2, here we go. We go up and down and up. Nice work. And down, nice height. Now we're gonna lift this top leg just past hip height. Keep those hips forward for me. We're gonna let the leg float up. And then we're gonna lift it up. This leg is parallel, okay? And then we take it to the back corner of our mat. We lift that parallel leg up and lower it down to the front. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah, keep those abs engaged. Keep your waist long, and let's try keeping a smile on our face to make it just a little bit sweeter. And final one. Bring that top leg to rest on the bottom. Bend the knees in. Looking good. Nice. You still with me? And here we go. Let's tilt those toes up to the sky. High, trying to touch the sky. Now we're going to keep our feet together as we open up the top knee and close. And open and close. Open and close. Really keep those lower abs engaged so we're not arching our lower back. That's nice and protected. Just letting the glutes and inner thigh do their thing here. And final two. Yep. Last one. Get the toes up a little higher if you can. Yes, 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 yes. I'm getting a little shake myself. Now let's place those toes onto the ground. Extend your legs. Again, we're going to roll over to our belly. If you need to make any adjustments so that you are in the center of your mat, that's cool. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up. Come to a quadruped position. That's just a fancy way of saying tabletop. You want both hands underneath your shoulders, both knees underneath your hips. You want to feel it's really strong in this position, like you are pushing the mat away. Now take the left hand, fingertips reach forward. Not too far forward because we don't want to drop the shoulder. We want the shoulders in the same line. Now we're going to take the right toe, we're going to reach it back. Now let's lift the finger and the toe up. Left hand up, right toe up. Now this is where we get spicy. You're going to round, bring your elbow to your knee and extend it out. Round your spine. So it's very similar to our cat-cow. We're just adding some limbs with it. And round. And extend. Let's do two more. And round. Knee to elbow. Extend. Fingertip to toes. And last one. And extend. We're going to hold it for 3. Hold it for 2. Hold it for 1. Place it down. Bring it back in. Beautiful. We're here for this challenge right now. Now, let's take our right fingertips to the top of the mat without dropping that shoulder down. Keep it in line with the left. Now, the left toe reaches to the back of your mat. Like a wind is blowing feathers up into the sky, your fingers and toes are going to lift up. Now you're going to round your spine, bring your elbow to your knee, just like cat-cow. And then we're going to stretch it out. And I like to, so you want to press into that left hand. That's going to help you with balance. And let's take it out. 2 more. And here's another thing. Our different sides of our body, they are different. They're like people, even twins. They look alike, but they don't always act alike, right? And we extend, and now we're going to hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Place the finger and toe down. Bring it back in and sit back onto the heels. Reach yourself forward. You're in what we call an active rest position. Woo, that was nice. That was nice. We're up for this challenge. We are saying hello to all of our body, all parts of our bodies today. Okay. Once you feel restored from that active rest position, we are going to make our way to a seated position. So we're going to sit nice and tall. Gently roll your shoulders back, just so you know that they are resting. We're going to pull in the abdominals. Reach one finger, one arm forward, other arm forward. As you can see, your toes are reaching up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Now, on the slow exhale, you're going to nod the chin to your chest. Peel your spine off an imaginary wall, bit by bit. At some point, you're going to feel like your pelvis wants to tilt forward. Go ahead, do that, and reach those fingertips as far forward as you want. Take a breath in. Exhale, curl your tailbone under so you're feeling contraction in the abs. Find where your sits bones are and then stack up your spine. Now for me, this is comfortable. For some, it may feel a little bit good in your hips to put a generous bend behind your knee. I encourage you all to play with it and see what feels best. So I'm going to do our second one with my knees really, really bent. And so take a breath in. Exhale, nod the chin to your chest. Slowly roll it down. Tilt the pelvis forward, extend through your spine. Take a breath in again. Exhale, stack it back up. One vertebrae at a time. And let's do it again. Breathe in. Exhale, round it down. Now we're going to stay down here this time. You're going to let your hands either rest on your big toe or on your ankle, or your hands can rest on your toe, all 10 toes. What I want you to do, I'm going to place mine on my ankle. Your shin is also another option. What I want you to do is to think about lifting your chest up 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 inches, finding the extension in your spine. That was really nice. And then exhale, round it down. We're going to do that 3 more times. So inhale, lift that chest up. And I'm actually pulling on my legs with my arms to help with that motion. Finding your full extension. And exhale, we float it forward. We got 2 more to go. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, we round. And final one, make it your best. Find that maximum extension from the crown of your head to that tailbone. It's like a ski slope. And exhale, round it down. Stay rounded, but slowly articulate or snake your spine back up. Lovely, 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 lovely. All right, let's put it all together. You're going to place the soles of your feet onto the floor. Almost like we started, but this time we're going to place our hands behind us. Now, for options for your hands, you can choose to have your hands face outward, or you can choose to have your fingertips face your bum. At this moment, we do not want to have our fingertips facing the back of the mat. We do not want this one, okay? And if you find that your shoulders are a little tight today, you can always have your fingertips face outward and give yourself a little bit more space so you can have those hands just out of your shoulders. So we're going to take a breath in. Lengthen up through your spine. So show me your flattest back. We just practiced that. And now you're going to lift the hips up, trying to create a tabletop with the front of your body. So you're going to have to press into your toes. Yes. And now you're going to drop the booty, stick the booty out, lap the booty, hinge back. You keep the spine nice and flat. What? And let's try it again. So you want to listen to your body. If your pelvis doesn't want to float up so high, it doesn't have to. This is going to be a good stretch on the shoulder and across the hips. So we float it up. Take your eye gaze to the upper corner of your room. And then stick the booty out. Hinge the butt to hover over your mat. Lower it down. And let's do it 2 more times. We're going to go ahead. Exhale. Lift the hips, take the eye gaze up. And then inhale, we hinge it back. And again, let's take the booty up. This is our last one. We're going to hold it here for 3. Hold it here for 2. Hold it here for 1. Sit the bum down. Cross the legs. Sit comfortably. Now it's time to stretch out those shoulders, right? So let's take our right arm. We're going to take it across our body. Our left hand is going to hook over that right arm and pull it gently towards you. Now, if you're like me, I like to keep my shoulder up, but what we're gonna wanna do is to allow that shoulder to rest in a neutral position on our back. Yes. And we're gonna feel a gentle stretch across the right shoulder. Nice. Go ahead, let that unhook the right arm, let it just kind of hang a little bit. We're gonna take the left arm. We're gonna take it across our body, hook the right arm over it, pull that left arm a little close to your chest, let the shoulder relax, and always come back to that breath. Now we have one more shoulder stretch that's pretty fun. You're gonna take your right hand up to the sky. You're gonna flip it, and you're gonna try to place the palm of your hand in between your shoulders. Love it. We're gonna take the left hand, hold on top of that right elbow. And you can draw that right elbow right behind your head. Nice. Keep your spine tall and erect. Lift the heart up just a little bit longer, and you can say hi to my little sweat stains. I'm clearly working out in here too. And now, if you want an extra stretch, you can tilt your body to the left, opening up your side body. But always reminding those shoulders to stay relaxed. Let gravity be your friend, and we're gonna come back up. Nice, all right, let that right arm float back down to the earth. You can wiggle out that shoulder if you want. Now we have two sides, so we're gonna take it to the other. Our left hand is gonna float up. You can say hello to me if you want. Then you're gonna flip that hand around, place your palm behind, in between the middle of your back. You're gonna take the right hand this time, hold on to that left shoulder. We're gonna guide that left shoulder behind our head if we can. So you may stop there, that's fine. Some other people may be able to take their elbow just past their head. That's okay too. Honor your body where you are in this moment. Now let's take a breath in. Ooh, exhale. Okay, yeah, this side's a little different for me. Now it's important to keep that left sits bone down as you tilt and open up that side body. Take a breath in, come on up. Let that left hand rest to the ground. Woo! We moving. I like it. Okay. So we are almost done. We're gonna do one more abdominal exercise, and then we're gonna stretch that back out one last time. And guess what? We're done. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna flip this way this time. So we're gonna find our way back to the center of our mat. Okie dokie, we're gonna sit up nice and tall. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roll our body all the way down to the ground, nice and slow. Once you've made your way all the way down to the mat, great job. We're gonna pick up our right leg. Yep, your right leg is picked up. You're gonna take your hands over your head. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift the head, shoulders, and chest. You can hold on to your hamstrings if you want, but you're gonna roll your body all the way up to your sits bone and lift up in the arm. This one's a little challenging. And lower the arms down. Slowly roll down your spine. Take the arms back. So we're gonna use our body to help us. What I want you to do is to walk your feet out just a little bit more if you're having any difficulty. Let's start with our feet down. Let's start there. We're gonna lift the head, shoulders, and chest. Hold on to the back of your hamstring. You're going to push your waist down into the mat. Walk your hands up. Walk those hands up and extend it out. Yeah, nice. Take your hands up to the sky. Take your hands up to the sky. Tall spine. Now lower those arms down. You're going to curl your tailbone under. Take your body back. At some point, you may need to hold on to your hamstrings again. So you can hold on to the back of your thighs and walk it down. We're definitely in for the challenge. Let's do it again. Lower the arms. Curl the body up. Use those hamstrings if you need. Stack up your spine. And lengthen through the arms. And final one, we're going to roll it down. Hold on to, at some point if you need to use those hamstrings to take you back, go ahead. Arms over your head. And final one. Walk it up. Lengthen through your arms. We're putting a few exercises together in this particular movement. Lift those arms up, lift your chest high to the sky, float those knees open and hang your body forward. So you're in a nice gentle stretch. All right. We're coming into our home stretch. Now let's turn to face me. Your knees are bent. You have the supporting arm is going to be resting just right outside your shoulder. And we're going to lift our waist up like that. Now this one, you want to make sure you are activating the muscles of the torso. That's your abs and both sides of your oblique to assist with this. So you're going to press into your legs, float your hips up, and we're going to come into a side plank. And lower down. Now here we go. Lift the hips up. Bring your arm up. Look at me and smile. Hello world. And lower it down. And we have 2 more to go. And we're going to lift those hips up high. Nice work. And lower down. Our final one, like a good hold. So here we go. Lift the hips up and we're going to hold it for 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. And lower those hips down. Nice. Let's swing those legs around to the other side. It's almost like you want to hide those feet away. Take them to the back of your mat. Place your supporting arm just outside your shoulder. And the idea is to keep both shoulders facing the camera. And this is what I like to call we're chilling at home watching TV. We're in Pilates class right here. So we're chilling at home, we're in Pilates class. So make sure you're in your Pilates class with that waist lifted. We're gonna take that opposite arm out to the side. Here we go. Exhale, lift the hips up. Reach your top arm to the sky. Nice. And lower down. Like in other exercises, we've noticed our sides might feel a little different. Lift the hips up high. There you go. And lower down. Our final one, let's make it our best. Lift those hips up high. Let's hold it. If you can, we're going to bring those hips slightly forward. And we're going to hold this for 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. And gently lower our body down. Rock stars. We've made it to the last exercise. Let's go ahead, lay down onto your belly. All right, so we're gonna lay down on our belly. We're going to place our hands, actually let's go swimming today. Let's go swimming. So we're gonna extend our legs in front of us and our arms. Anchor the front of your hips and pubic bone down into the mat. What I want you to do is just to float your right arm up and your left leg up at the same time. And then lower it down. Then you're gonna switch, so now we're gonna lift the left arm and the right leg at the same time. And lower down. And let's do it again. Lift right arm, left leg, same time. And lower. Left arm, right leg, so we're working in opposition. And lower. All right, so here we go. Take a breath in. On the exhale, lengthen through your arms, lengthen through your legs, lift all arms, all legs off the mat. Now that you're here, lift the left leg, right arm a little higher. And then lift the left arm, right leg. Stop teaching. And switch. And switch. Your hands don't touch the floor ever. Don't put those hands on the floor. And switch. Take your eyes to the top of your mat. Switch. Switch. And if you're really having fun, you can go a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's set. 2, 3, 4, 5. And reach. Lower yourself down. You've earned this one. Sit back into your active rest position. So your booty is going to sit down onto the heels of your feet. Your fingers are reaching forward. Hang out there for a second.